Today's episode contains scenes of violence that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Please check our show notes for more details.
Previously on Tabletop Trouble.
You have entered this library, and as you look around, it appears to be lived in. And as you observe these books, you can see a thin coating of clear slime. Isaac, as you go and touch it, it begins to form into a figure who stands behind you. You can see what appear to be bones that have been eaten away by the slime, and a crystal where her heart is.
Well, if you're not this Lady of Light, what should I call you?
As for what I would like to be called...
Name time.
How
Name
about-
time.
Have one.
Name. Sookala says Flo. How do you like Flo?
What did you hear?
Something about how the observation must commence, and then a name, Onrock? Kako.
What?
You've known just of a creature that has kind of been like a boogeyman that shows up in all kinds of histories and different points of time. He's known by different names: the Defiler, the Executioner, the Tormentor.
These are all things I'm called.
You hear a scream.
Oh! Are we okay with going north?
I want to go towards the screams. If
Okay.
that's towards the screaming.
You guys run up this short tunnel to the north, up to what appears to be some kind of grate. And in the center of this room is a large churning grate that's pushing refuse out of the water and down another tunnel. As you hear someone yelling for help coming from down this tunnel that the trash is being pushed down. The pathway that you are on, unfortunately, crumbles, and there's not a way across unless this grate lines up and you run across the spinning rotor in the center of it.
I fly across it.
You can see across the path there is another lip that leads towards this tunnel. You can see a torch and some belongings dropped on the ground there. The torch is still lit, and then there's a trail of blood leading down that tunnel.
What's going to get me there faster?
What are the options you're presenting me with?
I just want to get to the screaming.
I'm going to carefully walk across the center platform.
Okay.
I assume our flying people are just going to fly.
Nope, I'm going to run.
I'm going to fly with Flo and the torch in order to light the way for people that don't have dark vision. Like,
You fly across this gap over to the other side of this pool. You pick up the torch, and this torch is strange. There's no heat coming from the light, and as it's laying in a pool of water, it's still glowing.
I show it to Isaac.
Isaac's still on the other side.
Running.
Isaac, as you run across this thing as it lines up, you have to be very quick. So I need you to make an athletics check.
15.
You run across this metal grating that churns this water. And as you do, it's very slick, as if it's covered in some kind of oil and rust. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I'm going to use inspiration. 13.
You slip off of the side of this and are hanging off the ledge of it as it's spinning around. Kako, as you step onto this platform, you are carefully taking your time, and it is slowly moving you around this room. And before long, the pathway back is behind you. And you could see Isaac struggling to hold on to this platform.
Am I assuming that Lessa and Phineas joined behind me?
They didn't make it in time.
They didn't make it in time?
No, they're staying
Okay.
on that side.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to Isaac and kind of like pull him up slowly and carefully as I can.
Yeah, make a strength saving throw for me.
23.
You're able to pull Isaac up, and Isaac, you get your footing again as you're pulled back onto this platform. It's about like halfway spun at this point, so you're not able to get to either side. All you can do now is wait for it to line back up and try and make your way across.
Yeah.
So, Sookala and Whizz, what are you guys doing?
No, I'm going to wait for them.
Okay.
Okay, I am not.
Sookala, you fly off in this small tunnel. It's covered in what appears to be like trash and refuse, and it's a very tight fit. You're a bird, so you can fly down.
Small bird.
And it descends into darkness. And as you make your way down, this screaming gets louder, and you could hear someone yelling for help. As you get to the end of this tunnel, it reaches a sheer drop-off that disappears into darkness below you, and you can hear the screaming coming from this direction.
Is this tunnel long enough for one of our ropes?
It would be a stretch. You might need to combine some rope strength here.
I go to there.
You're going down?
I'm yelling timber.
Okay, yeah, you fly down into the bottom of this pit, and you find yourself in a small circular room that's got about knee-deep water as you float above it. You can see a lot of like garbage in this pit, and as you look around this room, you see something in the refuse moving.
Does she still hear screaming?
Yes, it's coming from whatever this thing is.
Oh, I'm gonna fly circles, but like a good 30 feet up. I feel like that might be a safe-ish range.
And as you circle around this room, you get a better look at it, and you can see what appear to be half-eaten corpses and discarded body parts down in this pit. And that pile appears to be moving and following you as you fly around the room.
Okay, I'm gonna fly back up, go past Whizz, and then like when I get to Whizz, like peck at his shoulder and like try to pull him like away from the screaming.
Can we commune with animals?
You can tell that something has distressed Bird Sookala.
All right. I start
Sookala.
following Bird Sookala where she's taking me.
She's pulling you back out of this room.
Okay.
Cool.
Sookala, is everything okay up there? There's still screaming going on.
Shriller bird noises than ever.
So I'm gonna guess no.
Isaac takes a healthy step
feel like
onto
we
the platform
should-
that's not moving.
Yeah, I'm continuing forward.
Yeah, you continue forward down this small tunnel that Sookala was just coming down.
Wait, Isaac, I think we should hold on a second before we rush into this. Sookala seemed really worried that something was out there.
What is with the upholding?
Bird shrieking.
I think we should take another path.
Are there any other paths? that
I'm
we
not
missed?
going to leave somebody screaming.
Oh, fuck. Fine. Unpolymorph. Look! It's like there's something down there. There's corpses, and then there's something swimming around in there, and it's a trap.
Can I roll insight to see if, like, is this like a cry of help that's genuine?
Now that Sookala has pointed it out to you, you can hear it almost repeating the same phrases over and over again, like it's recycling the same couple of lines.
Okay.
It's on a loop. It's a trap. We have to go somewhere else.
I don't feel great about it, but
Would I be able to discern what kind of monster this is based on the description?
It's got characteristics of, based on what Sookala has described, of a couple different monsters. The way it hunts in the water leads you to believe it's some sort of aquatic mammal of some description or reptile. But the way that it's speaking leads you to think it almost has doppelganger-like traits. You don't know exactly what the creature is.
This sounds like a very dangerous creature, and as much as I would love to kill it, I think we have more important things at hand.
well, you said there was some equipment that was laying about.
Yeah, it's just like a satchel. And as you dig through it, it's got like explorer's tools, a couple pittons, rope. Someone was down here just looking for discarded treasures or...
Does Lessa have explorer's tools?
No, she doesn't.
I'm going to pick that shit up and go back to the other side of the
But you
room.
said the torch was illuminated even though it was in water?
Whizz is carrying this torch that has a flame coming off of the top of it, but it produces no heat and was not extinguished.
So it's like a magical torch.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about this. Now that it's caught your eye, does this look like radiant magic to you?
It's more like illusion magic. It's letting off light, but it's not fire.
There's some wizardry afoot.
This is called the ever-burning torch.
Ooh, an ever-burning torch.
What? It's a thing?
Yes.
So are we all agreed in just going back?
Okay.
Yeah, we travel back, I guess.
Are you guys all taking your time across this? Okay,
I'm gonna run again.
Kako is.
you're gonna run
Yeah,
again?
I'm gonna take my time.
Okay, Isaac bolts ahead of everyone. Well, you're running, so what did you get? Athletics.
15.
15. This time, because you were prepared and you slipped last time, you're able to bolt it across this and make it across in the single rotation.
And I do a little victory pose at the end.
Everyone else, you step onto this platform and wait as it slowly rotates you to the other side.
Okay, I'm going to give the explorer's tools to Lessa.
Yeah, she straps them onto her back and tightens the straps to make sure that it's a good fit. Thanks. These will be handy.
I'm going to give her that double thumbs up.
She double thumbs up back.
Yeah. Let's go back and try and break that fucking bar open.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that.
Well, there's two barred doors. There's the one to the east and the one to the south where the shuffling noise can be heard.
South?
South?
South it is.
You guys head to the south. And there is a set of bars that are sealing this room from the next. And they're rusted, but they still look pretty sturdy.
Are they wrought iron?
They are.
Can we cut them?
With what?
An axe.
With a strong enough swing. It might take some time, but
Ooh, or I could just burn the motherfuckers.
Or you could just burn the motherfuckers.
I was just gonna Misty Step through them, but last time that didn't really turn out so well for us.
I don't think we're at risk of being arrested this time. So it might be worth, like, just the recon.
Honestly, there was no, like, guard system. Yeah, there wasn't any of that shit in the Fae. It's kind of like, do what you want.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
ACAB.
Okay, green flame blade.
Yeah, that might work.
Okay.
Oh.
You pull out your sword and engulf it in flame, and as you strike across this metal, it does melt as you strike it, and you're able to get through like one, and then you have to pull back and go through. It's going to take you some time to get through this, but you would be able to do it.
Lightsaber time.
How is the device coming, Phineas?
I am almost finished.
In case of emergency, can I peer over Phineas's shoulder and try to decipher how this mechanism works?
It doesn't appear like he's fashioning anything fancy. So far, it's just like kind of looks like a flashlight that he's socketing the gemstone into the top of, and it's got wiring and all these different magical components running through it. Theoretically, when he flips the switch, it will cause that burst of energy.
It's like a magical pipe bomb.
Yeah, and it takes like 3 or 4 minutes, but you are eventually able to carve a crude hole out of this wrought iron, and it falls to the ground on the other side. That shuffling stops.
I keep my sword drawn.
Yeah, Lessa. Silence is always a bad sign.
Yes, what should we do?
Well, we should get ready to murder a thing.
She raises her axe again.
Yes.
How far ahead can we see?
It's very dark. There's no light coming from this room at all.
Is there a stone nearby?
Yeah,
I grab one and cast light and hurl it down the tunnel.
You throw this stone into this room, and this room is almost empty. There's no refuse. There's no junk. There's no loose stone. This room looks like it's been thoroughly cleaned.
Does that sound familiar to a veteran monster?
Not just that, not that enough. Like
Can
that
that be
fact
like your
alone.
go-to saying?
That fact alone isn't enough to cue you off to anything.
Okay. I will go first if you guys would like, with the dark vision and the monster hunting and the... I'll
That
admit...
room's
I feel the
illuminated
safest with you. Plus, I'm carrying a torch and a bucket, so I probably am not the most ready for
Yes.
combat.
And if we're being honest, both of you would not exactly mind if I got injured.
No, I care about you, Kako.
I
now.
appreciate that.
I don't wish you harm. I just want to punch you in the face sometimes.
Yeah, I get that.
I think we all need to hold hands.
I'm gonna go down the tunnel.
It's a short tunnel as you step through this, and you end in this very pristine looking sewer room, for lack of a better term. And you can hear the shuffling coming from one of the back corners. You can feel something sensing you.
Can I cast Prestidigitation to make like just a little jet of light fly forward?
Just pick up the rock I threw.
Oh yeah, do I have the Rocky through?
You can go and pick it up and throw it, toss it further into the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up and throw it at exactly where I hear this noise coming from.
Yeah, are you trying to hit whatever this is, or just toss it in the direction?
I'm gonna throw it like I'm trying to hit it, but I don't really care if it hits anything.
Okay, just make an attack roll with disadvantage.
There we go.
But I don't really care, you know. Like, whatever.
Disadvantage. Is this a strength or a dex bonus?
The throw would be dex.
Okay. Ooh, nice. 9.
You hurl this rock towards this sound. It just tumbles at the feet. As you illuminate this figure in the corner, a bloated creature covered in a thick hide and standing on 3 legs steps out of the darkness towards you. It has 3 horn-covered tendrils that extend out of the creature's back, and on the face of this creature is a large fanged mouth that resembles just a sort of crude gash across its face. And you recognize this creature as an Otyugh.
Nice. So I'm gonna...
Well, let me tell you what you know about this creature first.
Okay.
Otyughs are not typically hostile and only seek to feed themselves. They feast on things that you wouldn't normally consider food, things like trash and garbage. And they're typically used in cities as disposal monsters.
Oh, okay. So it's like a weird sewer rat janitor thing. Okay. Do I have any like...
And it
Trash.
steps towards you with its weird 3 legs, and it speaks to you.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say things, you just hear it.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna grab...
Dude, there's literally trash everywhere but this room.
Oh yeah. Hello. there's a lot of really icky garbage out there.
Hungry?
Yes. Out there.
Hungry?
Yes. Please don't eat my compatriots.
Hungry?
Everybody come here.
No.
And it
bring him
Stand out of the way.
As you bring everyone in, it backs itself into the corner a little bit.
Okay. And then I'm going to kind of gesture everybody to back up against the wall to like the left of the room. And then just kind of shuffle around this guy to try and encourage him out the door.
He gets what you're saying as you motion everyone. And he slowly moves around you towards the gate that's been cut open. Mm-hmm. And he runs through it.
Bye.
Disappears.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, they use they use them for like sanitation. They're all right. They don't taste very good.
No, they don't. They eat a lot of garbage, so you can taste it in the meat.
Mm-hmm. They are excellent kindling if you're in need. You just have to dry them for a bit.
And as you look around this now empty room, you can see two more entrances. Both of them are barred. It looks as if this creature was being locked in this room so that it wouldn't get out.
Oh, well, good thing this city's fucked, and we don't really care about their sanitation.
There's one room to the west and one to the south.
Are there any distinguishing characteristics about the rooms beyond these bars?
There's a short tunnel to the west that looks like it leads towards another room. However, there's a bunch of crap just pushed up against the tunnel. The other one is just a barred door that leads to nothing. As you get close to it, you can see it leads to a wall and then it goes down further.
Okay. I mean, come on, Mr. Tracker. What direction are we supposed to be headed in?
You can't make a real decision.
Wait. I think we should go to the way without all the trash in the way.
Yeah, how are we getting this gate down?
Can he cut it open again?
Is that a spell slot each time?
It's a cantrip.
Okay. You cut a hole through this gate. Takes about 5 minutes. You could still hear off in the distance that screaming that you had heard from when Sookala was investigating.
Do you think maybe we should have warned the creature about the other creature?
No,
He
he's
looks like he could
probably
take care
been
of
down here
himself.
long enough. I don't think he's gonna go rush in to help another creature. I've never seen anything like that before, so...
You see, Alessa, we do not have to kill every monster.
I thought that rule 1 was to kill every monster.
No. We kill the monsters that
Your book opened with the line, "This will teach you how to kill every monster."
Yes, I will teach you how to kill every monster, but you don't necessarily need to kill every monster.
The next line is, "In case you need this information, which you will."
Because you always need more information. Look, I wrote that particular book a long time ago. There is some room for
It's
philosophy.
a first edition.
Yes.
Okay. And she goes back in her notes and crosses some stuff out and writes some new information down.
Just like vigorously like erasing stuff and just like jotting new stuff down.
Lessa, the books are a good start, good introduction. You need to, grow your calluses in real life experience as well.
She needs to exercise
supplement.
critical thinking.
Not yet, to a certain extent. With some monsters, it's a very bad idea because they have a harder time tracking stupid people. So it's good to be able to get into that mindset, you know?
Everyone make a perception check for me.
Oh, yo.
18.
12.
8.
Whizz and Kako, as you guys are having this conversation, off in the distance in the other tunnel that you guys aren't currently cutting down, you see like a faint glowing blue light that when you notice it, runs off and disappears down that tunnel.
Did you
What?
just
What'd
see
you guys
that?
see?
Did
That
you
was
just
weird.
notice that?
Yes.
You
We
think
can
one
only-
of us should like scout it out?
Well, we can only cut down one door at a time. So if you would like to Misty step through that door and see what it's about, and then quickly come back if it's something dangerous.
Okay, hold my bucket.
Okay, I hold the bucket. And then I ask the
Why
lady.
are we keeping her in a bucket? I feel like she could walk, though.
I can walk. It's a little weird.
You like the bucket?
I don't.
Oh, okay. All right, Flo, you can come on out.
She steps out of the bucket.
Okay.
She kind of like stretches now that she can move freely again.
Okay.
I don't want to throw away this bucket. It's a perfectly good bucket.
Put it on your head.
Lady, would you like to put the bucket on your head? It is your bucket.
I do not want anything to do with that bucket anymore.
Would you at least hold it? You don't,
Yes,
you don't really have
okay,
weapons.
Take the bucket.
Okay, I hand her the
Kind of
bucket.
stares into this bucket like,
I take the bucket from Flo and sit it over my back.
I take the bucket.
You guys are fighting over the bucket.
Give me.
I don't want it.
Here, I'll just take the bucket. I'm gonna put it in my bag, and then I'm gonna go check on that blue light. If I'm not back in 5 minutes,
We won't be able to do anything.
send Lessa in after me, and I give her our secret handshake.
She pumps your fist and
Little sparkles.
sparkles fly out. She makes little fireworks.
Nice. All right, and then I go over to the crates and I misty step through.
Yeah, you step
the
through these bars, leaving Isaac behind as he's cutting his way through this other set of bars. And Flo follows you and steps through these bars.
Oh,
and
yeah.
oozes through.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm made of slime, so kind of a good environment.
Kinda her thing.
Made of air.
You do slime and hair
Oh,
go hand in hand.
yeah. That's what most people say.
Yeah, is that a saying? I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to this world.
Me too. What a crazy coincidence. Have you noticed
Only 5
how
months old.
weird the mortal plane is? Like, just bizarre.
I don't know anything else.
Strange things.
besides this plane, but it is weird. I will admit that.
Yeah, I don't know. I much prefer the Fae. It's really cool there. I'll take you sometime.
I would love to see it.
Do I actually know how to get to the Fae?
It's not like something you could just be like, yeah, I could do that right now. But
I'm
if
more of
you
a
thought
free
about it,
spirit. Well, stay close to me, Flo. I don't want you to get hurt. And then I'm gonna head down this hallway a little bit.
it's a short hall that leads to what appear to be just like pieces of wood pushed against this door just to block off the sight of this room that you were just in. Are you just pushing the boards out of the way?
It's like boarded up.
It's like they're just leaned against the doorway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just carefully move them aside.
You slide this door aside, and this room is kind of weird for a sewer. You see a desk with papers on it, a small bed in one of the corners, and just various living supplies, candles that have long since burned out, lining this small little nook in between these tunnels.
Is there anything on the desk?
There's a tattered journal on this desk.
I pick it up.
Yeah, you pick it up. It appears to be the journal of whoever called this room home, and it records the various things that they encountered or saw in this sewer. You learn that this was some person who was down on their luck in hard times, who needed a place to stay for free, and ended up making their way down into the sewers to build basically a makeshift home for the time being. They encountered the Otiog first and were very off-put by the sounds it made and having to see it as it stared them down, so it boarded up that tunnel so that it wouldn't have to see it anymore.
Gotcha.
You learn the sewers were very quiet. Occasionally maintenance people would come down and this person would hide away in order to secure their home, but that wasn't too frequently until the journal date about 7-8 months ago. And at that point, this person is telling of seeing members of the church coming down into their access tunnel and dumping something into the water. And from that point on, the sewers started to get a lot more dangerous. The slime took over, and he could hear screaming and different animalistic noises coming from the tunnel. He eventually encountered a member of the church dumping stuff into the water, and he saw him and ravenously chased him. He boarded up his room and did his best to hide away, but the journal entry ends right there. And then the rest of the pages are blank.
So,
Weird.
I don't know, Flo. I think this guy didn't make it out of the sewers. Or if anything, he's not here anymore. It seems like he kind of wanted to protect his home, so why would he leave?
It's unfortunate.
I put the journal down and scour the room for anything else that might have been left behind.
Behind one of the boards of his desk, you find a small bag of coins. It's not a lot. It's about 50 silver. Clearly he was hiding away whatever money he could find to save up for a better life.
Okay. I'll just take this with me, and if we see him, I'll give it back to him. Did it mention a name in the journal? What his name was?
The journal was attributed to a man named Travers. No last name was indicated.
Are there more than one entrances to the room?
It's just another, I mean, there's another exit on the other side. It looks like it was boarded up at some point, but whatever was boarding it up has been knocked to splinters.
Oh, so that's where they came in. Okay. I kind of peer through it. Does it lead down to like a further hallway?
It's a long hallway. You can't see very far down it.
Okay. This must be where the church people took him. Well, I don't really want to mess with those guys, Flo. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah, maybe we should wait for everyone else.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll continue following them down the other pathway because this seems more dangerous. But yeah, let's retreat for now and go back and tell them what they found.
Yeah, as you turn to leave this room, you actually see a small like pull lever that when you pull it opens up the gate that was in your way.
Cool. I don't have to waste another spell slot. Ka-ching.
Yep, and that grate slides up.
Whoa.
Does that open up the one that she came through, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no other
Yeah, I was
blocked
going
exits.
back. All right, I go back and I'm like, hey, what's up? I found a journal of like a sewer man who used to live here, I guess, and he was talking about how the church people were coming and contaminating the waters, and they took him away.
See, this is why I take offense to you
he's
thinking I'm a
gone.
cleric.
By this point, the hole that you
fair.
are carving in the bars is cleared, and you can step through.
I'm gonna lean over to Lessa. It's like the sewer bums are usually the first ones to go in this kind of situation.
I don't know how to respond to that.
There's no good response.
It's just helpful.
No, that's
Okay.
that's a good lesser response.
Not in this situation, but you know.
Sometimes you say things that I agree with and wholeheartedly, but there are other times where I'm not sure that these are the right lessons to impart on someone.
Not the right lessons for today, but they'll be the right lessons someday.
No, Lessa, keep that wit about you.
She laughs.
And then we go down the tunnel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's head down.
This is a long, winding tunnel that stretches on for maybe 300, 400, 500 feet. It's very thin, and it's almost as if like the tunnels themselves have started to collapse almost. It appears to be just some kind of service tunnel, and as you guys make your way through, it eventually loops back to the pool that you guys landed in when you came down.
Oh, what the fuck?
I feel like we've been here.
We have been here.
Okay. Let's go back and use the other tunnel that they discovered.
Okay.
The one in the east?
No.
The one that you guys found.
The weird homeless person's bungalow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I opened up the doors so we can all just walk through now.
Yes. I have a feeling that somehow we were signaled to go that way and then just missed it.
What would make you think that?
Yeah, I don't follow.
Hunter's intuition.
Based on the layout of this room, this is probably where like the trash was put to before they released it to let the creature eat it, so that the creature couldn't get out.
Okay. So yeah, let's
Is this room
Alright.
cleaner?
No, it's not.
Damn it.
go to the homeless person's room.
Yeah, you head back to the direction that Whizz came in, and as you guys step into this room and push back past through the tunnel, Flo asks you to wait.
Me?
She said, all of you.
Oh. Well, what's up, Flo?
The whispering, it's very loud up ahead. I sense a lot of something. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of it.
Maybe you should stay
Is it one loud voice or is it multiple voices?
It's like hundreds of voices.
Oh, hundreds of voices.
Sweet,
Okay.
this is almost over, and then I pull out my javelin.
Maybe you should stay here, Flo.
No, I'm going to see this through.
You don't have to do this.
Specifically, I mean, you are very helpful and also very nice. But can you kill things?
I don't know. I've never tried. I've never had the need to.
Do we have like an extra pointy thing to give this person so that she may kill things?
Yeah.
Can you? Do you think you could kill
before-
things without a pointy thing?
Before then, would you feel like you could try to heal one of Isaac or Kako's wounds?
I can try.
Okay. He already got healed once. I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't care. Does she still look gray?
Yeah.
You still don't seem like you're in good health, so...
But I want to help.
Not at the expense of your own.
I am willing to accept your help.
I can't stop you, but I don't feel obligated to help us.
She reaches out and touches your arm, Kako, and starts to take in some of your illness. Mm-hmm. And it shrinks down to about the size of like half quarter, or sorry, a $50. And before she like tumbles back weak.
Okay. Now I'm definitely not sure you can kill things.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll stay here.
Okay.
Just be careful.
Okay. Also, run away if something crazy happens.
You're the first people to treat me like a person, not an object to heal people or a god. I
look
don't
directly
wanna-
at Kako.
I don't think she's an object to heal me. She offered to heal me.
I just don't want to lose you guys already.
Yeah, she doesn't want to lose me.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Listen. Air people and slime people, we stick together, all right?
They go hand in hand.
Hand in hand. Yep, that's right.
And I'm not allowed to die yet, so don't worry about it.
Okay,
I just don't want to die.
just be safe.
We
She
will.
sits down on the ground.
You too. Do you want something to protect yourself?
Yeah, I'll take something.
I give her one of my daggers.
She takes it and she kind of holds it like it's important to her.
Okay. Cool.
We continue down the tunnel.
Yeah, you guys push down this tunnel, and as you walk into the next room, you hear the sounds of rushing water all around you as small tunnels are pouring water into a large center area that's dispersing it out into all of the other tunnels of this sewer, as if this is the starting point for all the water that runs through here. And all around you, you see glowing blue lights in the darkness, and around your feet on thin platforms that hang above this water, you see hundreds of rats, and all of their brains are exposed. Hello everyone, I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master Mike, and welcome to this installment of the Bounty Board. It's been a while since we last talked. If you're living in early 2020, you probably know that the world is kind of crazy right now with the coronavirus, and that's kind of made it so that we can't meet up as much as we'd like. Fortunately, they've started to ease on the restrictions, so we should be able to meet up more readily and produce more content for you shortly. Apologies for the delays. Hopefully, if you are still stuck at home, this gets to you and maybe keeps you entertained for a little bit. If it does, give us a follow on Twitter or tweet at us using the hashtag TroublePod. We'd love to hear from you. We'd really like it if you could also leave us a review on iTunes or even on Podchaser. Both those things help make it so that people can find our show a little easier. Any little thing you guys can do to help, we really appreciate it. As always, our awesome theme, Light Years from Home, was provided by the awesome musician Andromeda. If you like their work, I do. Go check them out at andromeda.bandcamp.com. That's all for today. Hopefully you enjoy this extra large episode of Tabletop Trouble. We're getting close to the end, and we'll be at the season 1 finale next episode. Looking forward to it. I'll see you guys next time.
She's the rat
Can
queen.
I try to grab a rat and eat it?
Why would you do that?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try to swipe a rat.
Gross.
Yeah, as you go to grab this rat, as you get closer to it, you can see that all of these rats, their brains are exposed, and there's like blue energy emanating from the
that
tops
down.
of their brains.
Just kidding, guys. I like pull my hand back and try to like play cool by like putting it behind my head, like I'm scratching something. Like,
Oh, I'll do it. I'll catch a rat.
no. I think they seem
You're
like
gonna catch
infected
more
with
than a
something,
rat.
Sookala.
Real quick, could you describe our surroundings?
You guys are currently standing in a pump room for all the tunnels in the sewers. There's tons of tunnels leading into this one room and then being dispersed to various other tunnels in the sewer. There's also small holes with water running through them, and the area to walk on is like a very thin catwalk that just hangs above a swirling pool of water that's just being pushed to different sections of the sewer. And basically any surface in this room that you could walk on is currently occupied by these rats with the exposed brains.
Also, me trying to grab that rat and eat it was only for the Dishonored fans out there. Only for you. Love you.
I want to look closer at the rats.
Sookala, you're pretty well versed with the wildlife of this swamp area.
And rats. Eat them.
Okay, yeah.
Probably.
You dine on a few rats. You've been known to do that. That's an established character trait at this point. Go ahead and write rat eater down on your character sheet.
I will.
I don't know if you would put that under flaw or ideal or bond.
I'm going to put it under other
trait.
proficiencies.
Oh,
I am very good at
Eating rats.
Rat
You
connoisseur.
know, in like 6 months, we're gonna look at this and go, "What does rat eater mean? Is it literal?"
Sookala, as you look at these rats, they're much larger than any rats that you've seen in the swamp. Almost
Delicious.
double the size.
How fucking big are they?
Almost double the size of rats you
You could say they're almost double the size of your average rat.
Okay, I need like a comparison object, please.
A rat is like that big. So this is like that
Like
big.
2 footballs.
So a rat
Okay.
is like 10 times the size of your average mouse.
Have you ever seen a
I
rat?
immediately regret asking this question.
Are you familiar with potatoes?
I'll
A
repeat my
rat is
question.
between 1 and 3 potatoes, depending on the size and the time of harvest.
Yeah, okay. I can appreciate that measurement.
Sookala, as you stare at these rats and observe them, you hear voices talking in the back of your mind. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I give you my special wisdom powers.
Sorry, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Fuck me. I'm not here for
Whizz.
you.
That's fine. I'm much better at intelligence.
Oh, baby.
That is a nat 20 plus 7.
See, I gave you those dice.
You did. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, I thought of a better comparison to teach you how big a rat is. It's like a third of an armadillo. Are you trying to tell me that you've never seen an armadillo?
No, I have, and I know how big they are.
Unless you're in New York, then rats are the size of a small dog.
But the thing is, he's saying that this is double the size of a rat, so it is an armadillo.
It's about an armadillo.
So this is an armadillo.
That's a big fucking rat.
You can make out what these voices are saying to you, and they are trying to convince you to stand down.
Is there any way to try to like infer their intent behind it? Like if they're doing it to save themselves or to save me?
You can make an insight check.
With a 6, do I know what they want?
No, it's kind of hard to make out their meaning in the cacophony of voices that you're hearing. Kako,
Yes.
as you watch Sookala observe these rats,
Just staring at a rat, just eyes wide open, just rat, fucking talk to me. Rat?
you notice that all of the rats in this room have their attention turned to you,
Uh-oh,
To
And-
me specifically?
to the group.
Oh, okay.
that's
And-
less scary.
They're all just watching you. They're not scurrying around. They're just standing on the different platforms of this room, clinging to the walls, heads turned in your direction.
Can I wave at them? Like as a friendly gesture to like be like, hello.
Yeah, you hold your hand out and wave, and like their heads follow your hand movement as you do, and the blue spots on their exposed brains begin to glow brighter, and they begin to funnel energy into a center point in this room.
Because that was the universal rat sign language for attack.
I don't like
What?
this. No,
I
no.
said it was a peaceful wave.
Didn't you take URS 101?
Okay, we should prepare. This is like they're shooting a Dragon Ball fucking orb at us. What is Spirit Bomb?
They charge in the lasers?
Fire my lasers.
Would we be able to roll like an Arcana check to see if we know what the hell this is?
I have animal friendship.
I don't think so, but let me check.
How many rats?
Enough to cover all of the walking spaces.
Yeah,
Have you ever
probably.
seen a rat?
Too
So
many.
more than 5.
Yes. Yes, more than 5 by a significant margin. If you had to do a quick count estimate, you'd probably be looking at 90 to 100 rats.
So what we need to do is figure out who the leaders of the rats are.
What are you trying to do with that animal friendship?
I can only affect 5 rats.
Oh. So nothing.
She can still make friends.
So what you can see is you see Whizz, like, after they start, like, doing their brain thing, he starts, like, trying to count them and counts 6, and then it's just like, nope, and I'm gonna head back the other way. I'm gonna start walking backwards about 30 feet.
These rats, their exposed brains glow even brighter as you step back. I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
This is not Wizz's strong suit.
No, I'm the strongest amongst us all.
Strong.
I doubt that significantly. Oh boy. What does it say, Allison?
2, you feel yourself kind of sliding back into the room as you are taking steps backwards, as if there is a force pulling you back into this room.
Jedi rats.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if we are in any significant immediate danger?
Yes. Yeah, roll the dice. He'll say yes.
Make a survival check.
Yeah, can I roll
there we
common sense?
Okay, well that's an 8.
With an 8, you can feel the ground beneath your feet kind of quaking almost. Like light tremors are currently happening. And as you investigate these rats, that swirling energy in the center of the room begins to take on an almost humanoid appearance. And
Okay.
standing in front of you on the platform, blocking your way, is a man you recognize as Father Gregor. He's the old church leader who you guys first encountered when you came into town. He is wearing a robe and has a bald head and a large beard.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and just pull my javelin out and just like, it is the fuckface.
I'd like to poke him
He's-
with my staff.
He's like 30 feet away from you, standing in the middle of about 30 rats between you and him.
I can kick the rats.
Do you want to try that?
Yeah.
We should maybe not antagonize the rats just yet.
I kneeled, I lean down, and I go pss, 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 to a rat.
Yeah, you stick your hands close to one of these rats. I need you...
I've had a rabies vaccine.
In the swamp?
Look,
Where do they do that at?
You wouldn't
Did
need
you
it.
have one for the bubonic plague?
generally in the ass.
I don't know if those vibes are really gonna catch on, Sookala.
What do I need to roll?
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
3.
Good rolls today.
You are lifted off of the ground by this rat that you are pss, 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 and you are about 4 feet off the ground, floating kind of uncontrollably, just rotating in the air.
So these fuckers are telekinetic?
Y'all, I made a mistake.
Sookala, you alright?
No, do I look?
Is she like still within reach?
Yeah, she's in front of you by about 5 feet.
Can I call out to Father Gregor? Just be like, hello?
The image of Father Gregor acknowledges your presence. You know, I expected you to turn tail the last time we met. Run off, live your lives in peace. Appears you're far more resilient than I gave you credit for.
Yes, that is the word I would use.
I've been watching you since you left town.
Were the rats watching us, or were you watching us?
I have eyes everywhere, my dear. And brains everywhere as well.
I don't like this guy.
That's not
I
sanitary.
didn't like him since he arrested me.
But I suppose we can abandon all false pretenses. We're in far deeper than that. And the visage in front of you swirls again, and the appearance of the man in front of you changes to that of a humanoid figure with a tentacled face, wearing a black cloak that hangs over his body.
Do I recognize this creature?
This is an illithid, or to the layman, a mind flayer.
I don't like it.
What are
didn't
the
like-
key features of a mind flare?
They are strong psionic practicers who live in the Underdark, pretty much see themselves as above all other beings.
So their name doesn't give you enough. They flame mines.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a rat?
And this figure begins to speak again.
It's good to meet you face to face. Though I suspect the Bright One has already told you who I am. You may know me as Onrock, the Tormentor.
None of us are all that brat, so no.
I'll be honest with you, I've
No,
never heard
Father.
of you before.
I mean, there's been some tales, but like, I haven't seen a lot of shit, so.
It's not surprising that mortals with feeble minds would have no knowledge of their betters.
Because you're kind of a nobody.
I have lived beyond cycles you couldn't even imagine. And I'll live for a lot more than you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Were you Father Gregor first, or were you like a tentacle man first?
The father was a pawn in all of this. He outlived his usefulness.
Who else is feeling bad vibes in here tonight?
Yeah, so like, are we feeling attacky? Because I've got my first move ready.
Well, he's not actually in this room. We're just talking like a weird, like, psychic hologram thingamajig.
I am.
Right?
That's a safe assumption, yes.
Okay.
Are you still floating though, Sookala?
Yeah.
So this visage in front of us, DM, is basically like a hologram.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to describe it. It's an
Okay,
illusion.
So, all right. Well,
We got some rat killing to do.
I don't
I-
like how you're spreading all this bad stuff around here. It's not cool.
Some bad
This-
I'm not
vibes,
going
you
with
say?
it.
This is a gift, and you would do well to accept it.
I'm not thinking anybody's having fun. I've been to birthday parties before with gifts. This isn't a gift.
Yeah, I'm with Whizz on this one.
Did you keep the receipt?
That don't you dare say another word, because that would be a very good line for us to start some action. It's a very good line.
Do we have to fight all these rats? Surely there's a way through this without fighting all these rats. Because fighting all these rats would be kind of annoying and gross.
Did you create this sickness?
Creates? No. Enhance? Yes. To elevate you. To bring you all to the apex of your mortality.
But slime people aren't like the apex.
Those are weaklings, undeserving of their gift. You, on the other hand, I underestimated. You could possess this gift and have a seat at eternity. As this cycle comes to a pass, you will be forever.
I already lived for a real long time, so I'm good.
For somebody so haughty, that doesn't sound very forthcoming.
I usually like to roll with the flow, so I'm not going to accept your gift just because I love my homies and you seem like a dick. Go with the flow has a whole new meaning now. I love that.
Are you rejecting this gift then?
If we could talk about it in person, maybe not.
Make a persuasion check.
It's a 16.
He looks the group over.
I would be willing to grant you an audience, but first I need leverage. Give me one of your people.
I have this rat.
You can't give a person.
Let's make sure we all understand what we mean by give.
I think that once you meet me in person, you'll see that the gift I'm offering is not something you can turn down.
That is not an answer, and you know it.
Well, we're not giving him Lessa. Unless one of you wants to volunteer. I guess we're killing the rats then.
I'll volunteer if that's a route.
No,
No.
Isaac. No, I don't like that.
You are quite an interesting case, Isaac Astora.
I step in front of Isaac between the hologram and him, and I'm like, if you want him, you'll have to go through me. You either take one person of our choice or the deal's off.
Should I just start blasting?
I'm gonna like lean over to Phineas and just be like, hey, did you finish the thing yet?
I'm still working on it. It's almost done.
How long do you need?
Maybe a half an hour.
Can we do a threat assessment on these rats?
Hi.
Yeah, I would say you don't need to do a threat assessment. There's a lot of them. If you can take out a lot of something really quickly, probably not that high, but
The
they
action
picked up.
economy is going to take precedence.
I can do it.
Okay, she says she can do it.
How big is
Are we ready? How big
Blow
of
up
a
the rats.
how big of a space is this?
It's about 150 feet long and about 50 feet wide.
So I cast Control Wind and use Gust and blow all the rats away. Are you gonna roll for every 100 rat?
3 of them failed, the rest of them saved. So 3 divided by, so 30 of them failed.
So only 30 of them are gonna get blown away?
Well, we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah, I
damn
figured
it.
that was the case.
Shit.
But
How strong are these rats?
Fuck.
Dice, you a bitch. You rolled from an 18 to a 4. I saw that shit.
Kako, what'd you get for initiative?
7.
Oh no, we're all bad.
Sookala?
5.
Whizz?
11.
And Isaac.
9.
So before we start combat, Sookala, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, because you're going to fall.
you.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
It was a 13.
You are dropped, and as you bounce off of the platform you're hanging on, you bounce off to the side and are hanging off the edge of this platform with one hand, having just barely caught yourself. The water beneath you is rushing in a rather violent nature as you hang above it.
Oh.
Does the visage of our Mind Flare new BFF like disappear?
Yes, as Sookala casts this spell, the illusion is pushed away and disappears in a cloud of mist.
Oh, bye, Onrock. He didn't seem like that cool anyway. Now that he's gone, I just want to point that
His
out.
face was gross.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not being judgy, like, if you do have tentacles on your face, but at the same time, like,
Right.
you didn't have to be rude about it.
I am being judgy. Lessa, they all eat the baby.
First up are the two swarms of rats that are closest to the party. They are standing on either side of them on this platform. There's about 10 rats in each pack. Kako, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
I'm with you.
A wisdom saving throw.
That's an 8.
These rats are staring you down and stepping ever closer to you, and you can hear words being drilled into your mind. And you hear jump, 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 jump. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck. Content warning. That's an 18.
Against all your impulses, hurl yourself off of the side of this platform.
That was a bad time to get a really nice
And
roll.
as you come back to your senses, you are able to grab on to a railing and hold yourself on, but you're hanging off the edge of this platform as well, just like Sookala is.
How far is this drop?
It's about a 40-foot drop into water.
But like shallow water, right?
No, it's like violent churning water that's being pushed out into different tunnels of the sewer.
Like a water slide.
Yes, like a
Like a toilet.
disease-filled water slide, like the water slide at any amusement park.
Like a giant toilet water slide.
The other rat is going to run up to... Who's closest? It's going to run up to you, Isaac.
Fuck.
They're just going to swarm you and begin to chomp at you.
No.
With their
As I
tiny
would have
teeth.
preferred him to try to make me jump.
They swarm all over you, but as you like shake to get them off, they all begin to like fall off of you, and you knock several of them off the platform and into the water below.
Yay. Fucking rats.
More of these rats are moving closer towards you,
Down ski motherfucker.
violently heading in your direction, swarming this tunnel. The 2 packs of rats that are the next step back, group 2, they move forward, and you can feel those tremors getting more and more violent, and I need Whizz to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir. 6.
The tunnel behind you collapses
Oh, no.
under this pressure, sealing you in this room, and you are hit by this rubble as it does, and it rolls down and deals you 4 points of damage.
Oh, I mean, okay.
Phineas, on the other hand,
Dies.
is pinned under one of these large rocks. His leg is caught underneath one of these stones.
No.
And he is screaming in pain as his leg is broken.
Is the weapon all right?
His leg's broken?
Yes.
Oh.
He's like covering the thing he's working on. It appears to be fine.
Okay.
Lessa steps out of the way just fine. She isn't hurt by any of the rubble.
She's the goddamn best.
Next up in the initiative order is Whizz.
So, Phineas is trapped under rubble behind me. 2 of my friends are clinging for their life.
I can help Phineas.
And there's a bunch of rats coming. You can help Phineas?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave.
Oh, shit.
That's the one that blows them back 5 feet if they fail, right?
Ouch. Yes, because here's what I was going to cast.
You're
Why
gonna
do we
blow
have
them
all
off
the same
rails.
spells?
I don't know. I might need to completely redo my spell list because I have all the same spells that Whizz has.
Yeah,
So-
what's the spell save?
15.
Oh my god, they're the
what's
same
the
person.
save? What's the save?
Constitution.
That's 1 fail and 1 mega fail.
Oh, boy.
It's my second one of the night.
21 damage?
Yeah, you hurl these rats back about 10 feet, and you see several of them leave the ground as you do, and you've almost decimated this rat pack. There's only like 2 left in this pack.
Oh, shoot. Get out of here, rats.
Because, like, how much health do you think the rats have?
More than 21.
Isaac, you're up.
I'm gonna try to free Phineas from the rubble he's trapped under.
How are you going to do that?
I mean, is it just like a single stone that's got him? Or?
It's like a large chunk of rock that's got him pinned. Are you just going to try and lift it off of him?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, make a strength check for me.
Well, that's not great.
Yeah, he didn't add much effort to that either.
5?
He rolled a 4. You're able to like slowly start to get it lifted off, but it rolls right back onto his leg.
I mean,
I would help, but you know how strong I am. I'm strong in heart,
it was just a shit roll. Rolled a
not
3.
in body or mind.
He screams as the rock rolls back down.
Oh.
He's like, oh God!
Sorry.
I should have stayed in my lab. I'm not
how
cut
I-
out for this life.
That's how I feel every day. I'm like, I should have stayed in the Fae.
Just
nice.
Just hold on. I'm gonna get you out.
Next up is the rats who are way further back. They are going to
Wait
Stay
patiently
right
for their
there
doom.
so they're still lined up for my attack.
dash down the path towards your direction
Shit.
and begin to summon like a barrier on the bridge. Next up is Kako.
Hey, well, first of all, can we discern what this barrier is?
It looks as if the rats are just trying to basically create a ward between them and the wind you guys keep conjuring up. Like they're learning from what you're doing and putting up a barrier to try and deflect some of that wind.
I'm gonna climb up.
That's going to take half your movement.
Yeah. Can I attack him from there?
Yeah.
With my hand axe, I guess.
You're just going to slash at him.
Just gonna slash at him.
Yeah, you've got this army of rats that just told you to kill yourself, basically, standing in front of you. This is the Twitter of rats.
Oh no.
I was gonna say he got a DM that just said LOL, kill yourself.
And they're like gnashing their teeth in your direction, having seen you just pull yourself up.
That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
That's what you get for being toxic. 3 damage.
3. You slice at this swarm of rats, and they almost anticipate your jump, except for one of them who's a little late on the draw. And you cut into him, and he holds his wound in and backs away from you slowly. Not looking very good.
I like to imagine they're not like real rats, but they're like ratatouille rats. So they kind of look like people.
Like
no, I don't even
Pixar.
want to imagine that. Don't let him touch your head. Don't let him touch your head.
Next up is Sookala.
Hell you. I'd like to pull myself up now, please.
Yeah, that's going to take half your movement.
Yeah, that's fine, because what I want to do is you see how they're like right on the border.
Yeah, you've got a bunch of rats lined up like right in front of you, and some of them are standing pretty precariously near the edge of some of these platforms.
So like maybe all 3 of these would be within 5 feet of each other?
No, they're not that close.
Then those 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine. Lightning bolt.
The 2 that are currently warded, you are casting lightning bolt at them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Dexterity save.
Dexterity. Are these dexterous rats? Not really. Yep. +2. Ooh. 16 and a 14.
16 passes, 14 fails. So let's find out how much damage they're taking.
Yeah.
So the ones that fail take 27 damage.
Okay.
Then the other ones take 13 damage.
Okay. Your lightning bolt comes straight for them, breaking through their wards, but this kind of displaces some of your lightning. So the ones that passed take 13 damage, and the other ones take 6. But they are no longer warded. Next up is Lessa. Lessa's going to run up to Kako with the hand axe that she had previously been given.
Yeah.
And smack at these rats that Kako is currently attacking. She hits for... she does not hit him for very hard. She hits him for 3.
You tried your best.
But she hits the same rat that you had previously hit and like slices it clean in half. Phineas is next. Phineas is going to continue to try and get this boulder off of him. You can still assist him because you were doing that on your previous action.
Yeah.
Phineas is going to continue to bleed out.
That's a much better roll for him. He rolled the 12 minus 2, so 10.
I'll take it. 21.
Oh, yeah. Phineas is like pushing this boulder, and you can tell he's kind of losing consciousness from the pain, and he's pushing as hard as he can, but you just like take the rock and like I got you, man.
My finger slipped the first time. I'm sorry.
I'm actually strong. And you get this boulder off him, and he passes out.
Fuck.
It's not like it was going to be very helpful anyway.
He's not dying or anything.
Sure.
He's just going into shock. Next up is the last rat in the group. He is going to actually run down the hallway there and disappear behind the corner. He's going to dash away.
I don't like it.
All right, we are back at the top of the initiative order, which means the 2 rats closest to the group, they're going to continue to assault you guys. The rat that Lessa just attacked, you can see Lessa's face kind of go blank as the rats are staring at her.
Shit.
She fails her save.
What class is she?
She's a girl.
What?
She doesn't have a class.
Why wouldn't she have a class?
Why does
She
it
was a
matter? She's an
girl.
NPC.
Because she gets a bonus if she's a ranger.
She's not a ranger.
Damn it, she's my protege, though.
She's not a ranger.
I mean, maybe
least not
one day
yet.
she could be a ranger, but today
She's going to be
she's
the
not.
best ranger.
She can multi-class next level.
Yeah, she fails, and she turns to you and smacks you with her hand axe. Okay.
Oh, no.
She swings her hand axe in your direction, and you could tell like she's not thinking, and she puts up too much force behind this swing and sends herself hurtling over the railing as she misses you and is like barely hanging on with like one hand.
Can I...
She's got both of her hands on the railing of this platform, and you could tell she's back in her mind, and she says, oh, help. She's hanging off the edge.
She's such a sweet girl. Just, my goodness.
The rats that were attacking Isaac are going to continue their assault on you.
No!
They miss.
Good. Fuckers.
The other pack of rats right behind them.
Don't you do it.
Isaac, you feel words in the back of your mind.
And they say, let's go to a place of rainbows and butterflies.
And you're hearing the words, push, 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 push.
No.
Is this just the Mike Bullies Jace podcast?
We don't know yet.
Oh no!
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. He's been encased in stone and he keeps losing these fits.
Are you trying to get rid of
I'm
Jace?
kind of a martyr character in this campaign anyway.
So you need to make a save.
What kind?
Sorry. It was command. I think it's wisdom. Yes, wisdom save.
Aha, now we know what spell. Now we can win.
I don't know if that's how it works.
It's not. I just want to be a part of something.
18.
Yes, you hear these words, and having seen your companions previously react to things that are out of their character, you are able to push those thoughts out of your mind and shake off whatever spell these rats were trying to put on you.
Get the fuck out of my head, you creepy little shits.
The rats that are currently swarmed behind the swarm you are also fighting, Kako, join that swarm and move closer to you, and they begin to swarm around Lessa, and they attack her.
Oh.
They
Said
turn
swarm like
into a
5 times.
megazord.
Swarm.
Shawarma.
Swarm.
The swarm of cranium rats gather around Lessa.
While she's hanging off the ledge.
Yes.
Together
And
we form the
they
ultimate
begin
rat.
to try and bite at her hands.
Oh, God.
They have
They,
advantage.
all converged to make a big.
Okay, yeah, they hit 4, 3, 6, 11,
Ow.
17 points of damage.
How much health does Lessa have?
She's got more than 17.
I would hope so. How much does she have left?
But she's going to have to make a strength saving throw. She is able to hold on to the railing. She got a 17. Hold on to the railing as these rats are like biting at her fingers. But you can tell that she is not having a good time with this.
I would be terrified.
There is blood running down her fingers, and it's making the railing like slippery.
This isn't family friendly.
Boy?
It's labeled as explicit on iTunes.
Yeah, that usually just means I say fuck a lot.
Next in the order is Whizz. You're up.
I'm gonna cast Ice Storm on the rats all the way in the back on the bridge where they were warding.
Yeah, the warded rats that are currently trying to recollect themselves after being zapped by Sookala's lightning.
Correct. Well, they won't have much time to recollect themselves. They need to make a dexterity save against my spell save DC, which is 15.
14 fails, and 15. So I think that's a pass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's passed.
Which is bullshit when it doesn't benefit us. I want double standards. Like, we should round up for how much damage we do, but round down for how much damage we take.
40 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Fail. Well, it was 19 cold damage, and then the other half was bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so you summon this ice storm on the center of this stone platform. These swarms of rats are covered in ice, and you see pretty much instantaneously these rats stop moving and freeze in place. And as they're buffeted by this storm, they are pounded to dust, leaving no sign of rats other than slush left on the platform. The platform that they're standing on cracks with the ice and collapses, leaving about a 10-foot gap between either sides of the platform.
Whoops.
Not bad.
But I only have a 3-foot vertical leap.
It's not a vertical leap. You can hear the sounds of rocks falling and splashing into the water below. That is 2 swarms of rats taken out, and it was the 2 that went next. Isaac, you're up. You just lifted this stone off of Phineas, who passed out in front of you. You see Lessa hanging off the ledge, surrounded by rats, and there are still other swarms of rats that are surrounding you and your friends.
You still got it back there, right, Isaac? You're still good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go help Lessa up.
Pushed past Kako over to where Lessa is. I'm going to need you to make a survival check for me, actually.
Oh shit, what the fuck is happening?
Sorry, animal handling. Make an animal handling check.
Oh fuck, 14.
14? You're able to go over to where Lessa is hanging, and you're able to grab the rats before they can acknowledge your presence and kind of move them to the sides before they bite Lessa's hands off.
Little
and
bastards.
You pull her up over the ledge, and she gives you a big hug. You could tell she is pale with fright, and it's just thank you.
Oh, I hug her close and pat her head. I got you.
She reaches down and picks up her axe again and is ready to get revenge on some rats.
Thank you, Isaac.
As a bonus action, I'm going to heal Phineas with Healing Light for 4 points of health.
4 points of health. You put your hand out and funnel some of your healing light into Phineas, and he begins to come back to from having passed out. And he kind of pulls himself up against the wall and leans against it, tearing off a piece of his shirt and tying it to his broken leg. I think next would have been the other group of rats, but they just got decimated, so it's Kako's turn.
Okay, fuck these rats. I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns on my spear and chuck it in between them.
Sure.
Attack and throw for the spear. That's a 21.
Oh, well, you're not trying to hit them, right? You're trying to just get it between them.
Well, I am trying to hit them with the spear, but
how big is the range on
5 feet?
You're not going to be able to hit both groups of rats. If you didn't aim for them and you just put the spear between them, you could probably hit both groups. But
can I just aim for the Hail of
space
Thorns
between them?
Yeah.
I would say with the 21, you can pretty much throw this spear right where you want it to land and have that magical effect go off.
Okay. They must make a dexterity throw.
Fail. Oh, too hard. And a pass.
One of them takes 8 damage. The other one takes
4. Regardless, the pack of rats that you were previously dealing with, they're down to about half the number of rats at this point. There aren't many left in that pack.
Just kick them off the ledge.
The other pack loses about 1 rat.
Approximately 1 rat.
Approximately 1 rat. Maybe 1.5 rats. They're psionic rats. It just pulls itself forward with its brain.
Is it left, right, front, or back?
Doesn't matter.
It does.
Doesn't matter.
It's left, front, back, right.
No, stop it.
No.
Next up is Sookala.
Hello.
Fuck some rats up.
Okay.
The 2 that are currently closest to Isaac and
the 2 of them are trying to fuck me.
The group that is closest to Isaac, I'm going to cast Witch Bolt on.
Sure, yeah. Is that a save or does that just go off?
I have to roll for it.
Oh, it's a attack roll.
Mm-hmm. But if they survive it, each one of my turns, I automatically do more damage. 14.
14? These rats don't have very high AC. That's a hit.
Yeah. It's 15 damage.
15 damage?
Yeah.
They are still alive, but barely. You've got about 2 rats left in that pack.
Okay. I mean, that's fine if they survive till my next turn. I get to roll again for damage.
All right. Lessa's turn. Lessa runs up to the rats that were biting her hands with her axe and swings it into this group. She hits them, and she hits them really hard. You can see vengeance in her eyes as she does.
Yeah.
Well, she rolled a 1.
Oh no.
She hits them for 2 damage.
Oh no, honey.
Wait, well, with her modifier, yes,
That was
she
a crit for 2 damage?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Doesn't she have a plus?
Yeah,
for
she has
strength
+2, so she hits with 6 damage.
That's still.
I mean,
Roll 2
it's
1s.
something. Lessa, can we get a round of applause for Lessa? She really did it. She's out here. She didn't have to be here. Her whole family's dead.
Oh.
Well, no.
Oh.
No, Lessa,
You
this is out
see
of character.
the victory
This is
drop from
out
her
of
face.
character.
Why would you say that? She's in a very fragile place right now.
I'm not the bad.
Be there for her.
I'm not the bad guy. I swear.
Lessa, we don't know what happened to your father. It's fine.
Phineas is up next. He has successfully tied a binding around his leg to hold the bones in place, and he begins to go back to tinkering on his device, kind of furiously trying to finish it as fast as he can. It is the rats again. They're attacking Lessa. They miss. The other group that Kako's been fighting attacks Kako. That's a hit.
Oh no.
1, 5, 10, 15 damage.
Shit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Half that. 7 damage. The rats that are in the back row, they're going to retreat back to the center of the platform, moving back about 30 feet, and then realizing that the bridge is out behind them, and they begin to levitate themselves off the ground. So they're floating about 5 feet in the air. But that's the end of their movement. Other rats, they're going to begin to talk to you, Whizz. You hear their words in the back of your mind. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Good vibes. I don't wanna hear anything bad. 6.
And the words you hear are, come closer. And you hear that over and over again, and they pull you into the center of their swarm. And so you are now surrounded by this swarm of rats.
Oh no.
I'm like a god to them.
You're like a meat shield to them.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Then it is Whizz's turn. You are currently in a swarm of rats.
Subsumed in the rats.
It's difficult terrain. They're definitely impeding your movement.
You are a rat.
What do you want to do?
I'm inside the swarm of rats.
Yeah, they're all around you, like crawling up your legs.
Okay.
There's only like 6 rats left in this group, so it's not a huge swarm.
I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind and try to blow these motherfuckers into the well right here, the little swoop.
Okay.
And I'm going to also use my feature, Heart of the Storm, and levitate off the ground 10 feet.
What kind of saves it?
Get off me.
Okay, I'll pop this dice roll.
Strength.
Nope, they did not pass. You see the entire swarm of rats beneath your feet begin to, they're clinging to the stone of this platform, but you see their claws give up as they're blown back, and as they're flying through the air, lightning is striking them, and you hear a sploosh, sploosh, sploosh as they all splash into the water below, and you can hear screes as the fection in the water overtakes them, and they disintegrate into sludge.
Gross.
I mean,
Nasty.
I know they were rats, but I'm horrified. I mean, I know they were trying to nibble my little toes, but damn, I am not feeling good in this Chili's tonight.
I'm going to move into the groups of rats that are attacking Kako and Lessa, and I'm going to cast Word of Radiance. So everything needs to make Constitution saves.
Nope. God, I need new dice. What's the spell save DC?
17.
No, you don't.
That's 2 fails.
Okay. 12 damage to the one Lessa's fighting. And then 7 damage to the other one.
The group that Les is fighting is down to about 4 rats, and there's only a single rat left in the swarm in front of Kako.
And I'll also use, as a bonus action, Healing Light on Lessa and heal her for 4 hit points.
4 hit points. She's looking a little better. You can see the wounds on her hands kind of close up. It is Kako's turn.
Okay. Can I just fucking punt the single rat off the side?
Yeah, just make a athletics check for me.
Oh, hot diggity damn. Okay. That's a nat 20.
Yeah, you fucking run up to this rat like you're about to score the winning field goal at the Super Bowl and just punt him across the thing. He goes all the way down and hits the back wall, and you hear as he falls into the water below.
Did I bend it like Beckham?
That's a different football.
You hear the faint sound of clapping.
Actually, I would like to take a second to applaud. Mike understood 2 sports references. All right, well, my little rat pack is done gone, so I don't really need to do Latin on him.
Your witch bolt strikes one of these rats, and it pops. But there's still 3 left in the pack.
Fuck, man.
The spell isn't as cool as I thought it was. Control water. I wanted to pick water up and drown the rats in it, but that's not.
like,
the
water
spell
bend?
doesn't do that.
What does it do?
I can flood the whole place, or I can part the water,
Oh, okay.
or I can start a vortex, or I can change the direction the water is flowing, and none of this helps me pick it up and drown the rats like a fucking waterbender.
It's already kind of in a vortex, so if you want to do something else, you can do that. It's swirling.
Double vortex.
2 different vortexes. Sure.
It's a vortex in a vortex. We're doing some Taco Bell shit here.
Is this water? You said this water was like contaminated with the virus.
Yes.
So when these rats literally just dissolved in the water
Yes.
after combat, is there any way I could wheel down a rope and a bottle and like,
There's actually a platform that leads down into the water.
no? I just don't want to touch.
We've done this. We've taken samples of this shit before.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna touch it.
I wasn't planning on touching it either.
Yeah, you big dumb idiot. Who would touch things?
Listen, we already agreed in episode
Not I,
1.
said
We
the
get
frog.
1 poke. All right, per episode.
I forgot we did have that discussion.
That was
Oh,
callback.
wait. We never resolved the
I
little
got more
boy that I destroyed.
no. That's pretty resolved. He's dead.
Yeah, he didn't make
What
it.
happened to the rock though?
Isaac still has it.
What do you mean
We'll find out where we'll find out where it came from. Aside from inside that small
All right,
child.
Sookala, show us what you got.
I'm gonna cast Dragon's Breath on myself and spit acid on the rats. You touch one willing creature, me, and imbue it with the power to spew magical energy from its mouth, provided it has one. Choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Until the spell ends, the creature can use an action to exhale energy of the chosen type. I'm going to choose acid, so I can spit acid in a 15-foot cone.
You cast your breath, and
They have to make a dex save.
a 2. Does a 2 pass?
No. 9.
9.
9 acid, so they also just like...
Yeah, you walk up
don't pop.
sick of this rat's shit and cast Dragon's Breath on yourself, and you take a big inhale before you spew acid bile basically out at these rats. And they're covered in this green caustic acid, and you can hear like the popping of these rats as they boil inside, and they're dead.
How many?
All of them.
So I just popped 4 rats.
Yes.
Yeah. Isaac's disgusted at this, by the way.
There's only 1 pack of rats left. They're currently helplessly levitating 5 feet off the ground away from you guys.
We could probably just leave them there.
Lessa is going to move in that direction, but she can't get close enough with,
Drop a train on them.
which means it's those rats' turn. They're going to slowly levitate across this platform. They can move about 15 feet. So they are floating above the other side of this platform, just precariously over the edge. Just imagine like they're being carried by the scruff of their neck, just floating across.
Dangling them out.
That's
too
not
cute.
how I imagined it. I imagined it like video game model, like straight T posing, just like across this thing. Not
No,
like
it's-
technical T posing, but like rat.
It's like they're lifting themselves up by the scruff of their neck and pulling themselves across,
invisible mommy rat.
like a mage hand.
I love
Cute's the
Dungeons
word
and
I'd use.
Dragons. I
See,
love it. It's
that's
so
all-
stupid.
That's all I want to do is play like a little goblin who can shrink herself down, be less than 5 pounds, and mage hand herself out of dramatic situations.
That's their turn. They drop themselves on the other platform, and
I have to go on my Ubers here.
Whizz, you're up.
God, just don't have any like good range spells for this.
You could throw the corpse of another rat at them.
I'm gonna
Oh,
move
there's
forward
much
a little
left.
bit, and I'm gonna cast Ice Storm again. So dexterity save.
That's a fail.
And 16 cold damage and 6 bludgeoning damage.
But don't worry, she's only casting it at 4th level.
Yeah, don't worry. These rats drop themselves on the other end and begin to scurry away from you, following the same path that those other rats were. But before they can get away, you cast Ice Storm on these rats. And how do you want to do it?
Well. Rats, you thought you could escape by carrying yourself, and I'm gonna basically bring on the storm.
You don't want to be like, hey guys, you got some bad vibes. You need to chill.
You need to chill out.
Isaac's my best friend. He knows my puns, and I'm gonna look at him and be like, "That's what he said," and then I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, by the time you say what he said, the spell's already gone off, and like these rats are like frozen stiff, just ratsicles in the middle of the platform. Yeah, and you lose another 5 feet or 10 feet of platform, causing that gap to grow to 20 feet wide.
And I nudge Kako and say, "Hope they kept the receipt. Get it?"
What?
It was.
I get it.
Thank you.
Good job, Lessa.
I paid attention. So you said that earlier. I wrote it
Yes.
down.
This is very good of you. I'm so proud of her. She's the best.
Can I like peek at Lessa's notes?
Yeah, you look at her notes, and she is writing down like what you guys say and like keeping track of the things you guys do. She's got a pretty good record of like all the things you guys
We
have
have
done.
a scribe.
Or a snitch. A paper trail. But you can see
Burn it.
you can see on a list she's got like snappy one-liners written down, and hope you kept the receipt is written, and it's underlined. But there's also like a smear of blood from her bloody knuckles.
Oh, she's
On the
writing
page.
when her hands are all fucked up.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
She's dedicated.
And she's like bandaging herself as she goes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Lessa and I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Fuck you, chicken.
She gets 24 health.
Yeah, you see the wounds on her hands like instantly close up, so she stops bandaging them, and she actually like straightens up, and she looks better than she looked like all day.
Lessa, I want you to know that I am more proud of you than I have ever been proud of anyone in my life.
But I almost died,
Well, yeah, but you didn't.
but only because Isaac was there.
Exactly.
Your friends were there,
I don't
and
understand
you kept
what you're
good
trying
vibes.
to teach her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You worked through the shitty parts, and people helped you out
Oh, okay, yeah.
because you
Friends
yes.
help friends. I got it.
surround yourself with those who do not eat the baby.
Put in boys support boys.
Boys support boys. Got it.
Don't put in boys support boys. That's
Oh, she crosses out boys
trademarks.
support
That's-
boys.
I'm gonna go back and help Phineas tie a splint to his leg.
He's already fashioned kind of like a makeshift holster, so you just need something to hold it.
Oh.
Use it.
Hang on.
Transmute.
I'm trying. I take like a little twig out of my component pouch, and I cast fabricate and turn it into a leg splint.
Yeah, you begin to channel.
I
your
can
magic.
make a fucking bridge if I wanted to.
You channel.
We need to do that. Yeah.
Oh shit! I also do that. I turn another twig into a bridge.
Yeah. Does that have like how long it takes?
What if it has like a 2-hour cooldown or something, and I just use it on a splint? What if it just yeeted Phineas across the? It takes 10 minutes.
10 minutes per item. So you begin to funnel your magic into this twig, and it begins to grow and expand until you've made a pretty reasonable splint. As you guys are waiting for...
I don't know if I can make a bridge. The example is a bridge from a clump of trees.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that you can maybe grow like let's say you've got like a large twig in your thing into a...
Can I make like a plank?
Because we do have a lot
Not
of
a
rat
20
corpses around here.
We do.
Not
No, it has to be the same material.
20
A
foot.
flesh bridge.
Just extend.
Yeah.
No, I will not cooperate in your sick fetish.
No,
Just
we have a
extend
bunch of
whatever
stone
the platforms are
behind
made
it.
out of.
We have a pile of stones behind us.
Yeah.
I'll make a stone bridge.
You're able to fabricate a splint. It takes you about 10 minutes. While you guys are waiting for this splint to get made, you hear a muffled voice yelling from behind the rubble.
Hello? We're closed.
Behind where we came from?
Yes.
Yeah?
Are you okay? The tunnel collapsed.
Yes, we are fine.
Yeah, we know. Who is speaking?
It's Flo.
It's me, Flo.
Oh.
Did you forget about me already?
No, you sound different, muffled behind all the rocks.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you guys are okay. I heard someone screaming though. Actually, I heard a lot of screaming and like popping.
Yeah, I would relate that sound to the sound of rats exploding, but I would not say that's exactly what happened.
Do you think you could get to this side?
I don't see any like holes or anything I could squeeze through.
Aren't you like a liquid? Couldn't you just like...
Yeah, but she's got a solid heart
Okay.
and bones.
But in like 10, 20 minutes, when I turn all the stone into a bridge, can't she get through it?
I mean,
And if not, then I have a spell called Transmute Stone. So I'll just blow all my spell slots on this one pile of rocks.
Or that other one that's like you can pass through stone, right?
Yeah, I got that too. Pass wall. Basically, Sookala can do shit with rocks. I should have been a rock witch.
You're a utility creep.
you're an excavator.
So you're not a waterbender, but you are an earthbender.
Fuck.
Yeah, you've got a lot of utility. Maybe not in combat, but
Fuck you. It sounds like a bad thing when you say it.
so you secure a splint for Phineas. Wow,
Yes.
I totally forgot his name.
I'd also like to do a bunch of my like medicine theater where it's not really medicine, it's just like moss and stuff that I have, but we pretend.
You're just like,
He's a little out of it, so he's not really like questioning what you're doing. He's very focused on what he's doing, trying to fix this.
you're just like rubbing paint on this board and then tying it to his leg.
I don't see why not. I'm not actually a healer, but they come to me for their potions and their wares. I don't know what to tell you.
It's a special
I gotta keep it up.
salve.
It's-
just grass.
It's just grass that I chewed on for a little while. The special ingredient's love. That's the active ingredient. It's the only
my favorite.
It's the only ingredient,
Can I have
actually.
some of that?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
What are we doing now that we have the splint secured?
Getting the
Building
hell
a
outta here.
bridge.
Do you just build a bridge where it is, or can you like move it as you build it?
It's a range of 120 feet, so I assume I can move it.
yeah.
Either way, couldn't we just move that
Oh.
we're just going to start like shipping
Oh,
these
wait,
rocks?
hang on.
Yeah, let's all form a line and just kind of like pass these rocks down.
If I'm working with stone, it can only be a medium item that can fit in a 5-foot cube.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
I can make 4 bridges.
What are the platforms made out of?
Stone.
I can turn myself into a cloud again and just bye.
I could also Missy step the fuck out of here.
Hey,
And Kako has jump. So, like, have we explored
Oh,
the
yeah.
spell jump?
I'm
Bye,
gonna
Isaac, again. Just leave you behind.
That's fair.
I'm gonna cast jump on myself and Lessa, and then we're just gonna jump across.
Okay, yeah.
I can turn you into a cloud. You
both
just have to be a cloud
leap
for an
across.
Oh, it's fine.
Pretty much
I'll figure
little
it out.
effort. Shouldn't we wait for our friends?
Our friends are very resourceful individuals who seem to complain a lot whenever I decide to give my input. So we're going to learn from them and watch how they resolve this situation because they don't have the spell jump.
If there's anything I can do to help you guys, just let me know.
Throw a rope first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we could do that.
Yeah.
Reaches into her pouch and tosses a rope across.
If I use transmute rock to turn the rock slide that's blocking the tunnel into mud, which is my only option, and then turn that mud into rock in a bridge shape, the only deal is it says it has to be. Is there any non-magical mud in the area? Because I feel like once I turn it into mud, it's magical.
Regardless, Lessa, take this rope and then just jump across.
Well, no, she's
I'm
already
already
across.
across. I jumped.
Oh.
I
We're
leapt
throwing
across.
you the rope.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm tossing
jump
you the rope.
back over.
Yeah.
Lessa jumps back over.
No, why would you? No.
Stay over there.
Get back over there.
Does this jump work like that, or is it a one
Does
time?
she have?
I'm pretty
does she
sure
have
you can-
pittance?
It's like a time thing.
Oh, okay.
I'll check.
Does she have pittance?
We
She
both
doesn't.
have pittance. I have pittance. I pitten down.
Okay.
Down something.
There's
down
also
yours.
like railings you can just tie it.
Yeah, I secure the rope on our side of the.
I'm still transmuting the rock into mud to let flow through. But then we could put the rope end in the mud and I can unmud it and turn it back into rock and then it's secured. But I guess that's not the side that we care about.
I'm not going to attempt to tightrope. I'm going to grasp this rope with all fours. And
Yeah.
work my way across.
Just make an say athletics check for that.
Okay. That's that one.
Yeah, you begin to shimmy across this, and about halfway through, you feel like the rocks cracking on one of the sides that you've secured this down, and you sink about 5 feet. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
As a reaction,
Why would no?
You have got to.
I don't think that was a real roll.
I'm falling. Let's just leave it at that.
What did you roll?
That one.
A nat, 1 plus dex? It does matter.
2.
Oh, okay, yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you are falling.
I jump after him and I grab him and I cast fly on both of us.
Okay. As a reaction, you jump after Isaac, who is falling, plummeting into the vortex beneath you guys, and you cast fly on him, and you are floating.
Dude, we're like fucking spirited away right now when they're like falling through the sky and they're just like floating there and then they're, okay, never mind. You guys don't understand.
I'm grasping your hand tightly.
Okay, cool. All right, yay. So
yeah, the vortex beneath you is sloshing as it hungers for you.
You can fly, Isaac.
I can fly?
I slowly let go of your hand.
And you die immediately. You fall into the vortex. Bye.
Now, Isaac, if you've never flown before, it's like riding a dragon.
It's just like flying.
It's like flying a
Wait,
bike.
can you fly?
I've been a bird and a cloud in front of you multiple times.
But I mean, like...
Can me in this form fly? No.
Oh. No, that makes more sense. Okay, I'm gonna...
I didn't even say it in character, so like... like, out of nowhere, Isaac is flying past me going, can you fly? I didn't think so.
No, he's just naive.
It's like, whoa, I really thought you would have been able to do that. Oh, fucking loser.
So I guess Phineas and Flo are my responsibilities now. Nobody still has told me whether we want Flo to come through or not.
I think Flo should babysit Phineas now that the bomb is done.
Originally we were just gonna tell her to stay there.
That's fine. Then she can live in the tunnels by herself forever. Because she has no way out now.
Big girl.
And also, Phineas can just die down here too, because he also has no way out.
Yeah, that's fine. He got us the bomb. Wait, you almost fell off.
I'm
trying to
flying
get
now.
Oh, that's right. You're flying.
Yeah, you fly over to Phineas, and I finished it. It's done. He hands you the device, and he hands you... It has the yellow crystal affixed to the top of it.
This is a lot of responsibility.
And he hands you the blue crystal just in case. Be careful. Once you hit the button, the crystal's done. It's dead. You have to go without me.
What do you mean?
I'm just dead weight. My leg's broken. I can't climb across a rope.
He's right. Let's go.
I can carry you, my guy.
If you think it's worth it, refer to your judgment. You did do me a solid when you saved me.
We don't really need him at this
I
point,
guess
practically
that's
speaking.
true.
We can always come back for him.
Can you make it back by yourself?
There is no back from here. Just go. It's fine.
You're just gonna be stuck down here otherwise.
I've done what I needed to do.
That's not a good answer.
There's more important things.
We should at least help them get back to Flo so they can help each other.
Yeah. Flo!
Yes, I'm still here. I haven't found another way around yet.
Do you think you can go back?
Oh, yeah? I could probably go back.
Could you take Phineas with you?
There was nothing perilous this way, so probably. It might be hard to get him up the well, though. Actually, I don't know how I would get to the well.
Just keep shouting until
Maxim
hears you.
Yeah.
And little Josiah Bogs Bottom.
I don't know. We either come back to get him or we try to let Flo figure it out.
Yeah, I guess we could probably just transmute the whole so that they're together and then just leave them for now.
I do that. I have to dispel the spell, so Phineas has to go fight his way through the mud, and then I can go away.
Okay.
And save myself.
You hold your hands to these stones, and as you do, they begin to warble like jello almost before they turn to mud, and the whole rock wall just collapses in front of you. And you can see Flo standing on the other side of this. She had previously been looking for ways to move rocks, so she's got her hands up. Oh, hi guys.
Hey, Flo.
From across the room, just like, hello, creepy one.
That wasn't very nice.
I mean it in the nicest possible way. You're just weird.
Well, hello, rude one.
Hello. Hi.
It's how he operates. I wouldn't put too much thought into it. It's good to see that you're doing better.
I'm still not 100%, but I can heal more if you need me to.
We just need you to stay with Phineas. He won't be able to go with us.
Is he okay?
Yeah, man. I mean, he only just got his leg crushed, but He seems like a trooper.
I appreciate this. You didn't need to find me a way back.
We're
Thank
not gonna leave you here.
I've been nothing but rude the entire time I've been here.
It's okay, man.
Being honest,
So is Kako.
I haven't been taking things well these past couple of years.
You know, when you lose somebody close to you and you don't know what to do, it's tough. And I get that.
Truer
And-
words have never been spoken.
I've been having a rough time myself, coping with stuff in my life. But we have to move on and get past that. And sometimes I'm feeling down and out too. But it's okay to ask for help so you don't have to, say, it's okay, I'm stranded here. We'll help you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You guys are true heroes.
Fist bump.
Nervously bumps his fist against yours.
Yeah. We're both weaklings. Oh.
And he has Flo pull him up and, are you sure you don't want me to come with you? What if you get sick?
It's okay. I'm already sick.
We'll come back and find you, but the important thing right now is making sure that you help Phineas get back to the surface, and if you can meet up with us, I'll leave a breadcrumb trail to where we're at. It won't be a literal breadcrumb trail. It'll be a trail of
Corpses and death.
Well, we have all these rat corpses.
You've got some ratsicles left.
I mean, I guess that is the only thing that I could use as a dropping. Yeah, I'll just leave you little rat trails. No.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to use my stick and draw. You know when you take a stone and you kind of
Scratch
grind
it
it against rock and it makes that little white line? I'm going to do that.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So follow the white line flow and you'll find us.
Okay. I'll come back. And her and Phineas disappear down the tunnel.